Welcome to episode 8 of Tell Emma Your Dilemma, our new, basically weekly video series over here at Emma Heywood Hypnosis. So it's not really new anymore. We're kind of in the flow now, where you submit a dilemma to me, any kind of life dilemma you're going through. Anonymously, you submit it. You can submit them below. And every week I pull a new dilemma at random and I riff and I offer you support to help you debunk your life's dilemmas. So let's get into today's. Okay. I have my notes here. I'm going to read today's dilemma. Today's dilemma is, how can I maintain the feeling of embodiment after I meditate or do my hypnosis session? Any suggestions to maintain my awareness of how I want to be and feel throughout the day? I love this dilemma. I love this dilemma because, it's so often when we're in a meditation or we're in hypnosis or doing breath work or whatever it may be, we're feeling really good when we're in it, right? We're like, okay, I'm in this presence, I'm in this confidence, I'm in this calmness or whatever it is. And you're like, okay, great. And then life happens and you go throughout your day and you're like, oh my God, I have a to-do list and I feel pressure and I feel this and I'm procrastinating, or that person said that thing and I'm triggered and then I feel so disembodied, right? So how can we maintain that? How can we come back to that? The main thing I'm going to say is it takes practice. Repetition is the language of belief. I'll always say that. Repetition is the language of belief. So, the more you do hypnosis, the more you do meditation, you're going to build up that awareness in your body. So it's going to be easier to maintain. But I want to give you some tools to support you throughout your day if you're feeling like out of whack, disembodied, how to come back. So what we're going to do today is really to play in our imagination. Your imagination is your superpower. And it goes with this really important rule of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind only responds to the images and the words that you give it. The problem is we're always giving ourselves not the greatest images or words. We often think of the worst case scenario. And our brains are hardwired to focus on the negative. So we have to really grab it and redirect it to focus on the positive, to focus on the good, to choose a new word, to choose a new image, to come back into that embodiment in ourselves. So I'm going to offer you some exercises, and I like to call them games because let's just have fun, right? I love games. So the first one, before I became a hypnotherapist, some of you know this, I used to be an actor, and I studied many, many different techniques and different things. But one of the main practitioners I studied was Michael Chekhov for like over a decade of my life. And it's always amazing to me how similar acting and hypnotherapy is, right? Because every day we're giving ourselves a suggestion. That's what we do in hypnosis, give ourselves a suggestion. In acting, you're giving yourself a suggestion, right? So a thought, belief, suggestion is making you feel something, which creates the action in your events, creates the action, which creates the events in your life, which confirms the thought, belief, suggestion. So let's play around in our suggestions, particularly this particular exercise is about images. And so to be embodied, right? The mind-body connection is everything. The subconscious mind is the body. So if you're feeling disembodied or you want to just get back into alignment, let's play with images. So what is an image? Let's say you just want to feel good. You want to feel warm. You want to feel open. For me, for example, it helps to give examples. If I know I'm going to go speak to a group, or do a presentation or lead a group hypnosis session, and I want to feel very open, I want to feel warm, I want to feel inviting, what I do is literally take the image of the sun and put it into my body. So, in Michael Chekhov work, we have different centers in the body. We have our head center, we have our heart center, we have our will center in the hips. So for me, if I want to connect with people I'm presenting to, I want to feel it from my heart center, right? And so I literally take the image of the sun. Like, hello, sun in the sky. I'm going to grab you right now, grab the sun and put it into my body and breathe it in. And how does it feel to have the sun in my body? How does it feel to radiate? That's one of my favorite words. And we use that a lot in Chekhov work, is radiate. How do I radiate the sun? What does it make me feel in my body? The image is in my body of the sun, which is giving me sensation. I already feel hot right now. The sun is in my body. I feel warm. I feel expansive. I feel open. I feel bright. I feel light, right? It's making me feel something, and it's literally in my body. I put the image into my body. Maybe you want to feel serene. Maybe you take a lake. Take a lake. What's it like to put a lake in your head? How does it feel to put a lake in your head center? That's a way to feel embodied in a certain way. Or if you want to feel grounded, if you want to feel centered in the earth, in your power, take a tree. Take a tree, use your imagination and put a tree into your will center, into your hips. How does it feel? And when take more time with this. I'm kind of moving through it quickly right now, but take more time with this to really feel a tree in your hips, in your will center, and feel and imagine those branches going into the ground. Again, if you're giving a presentation, maybe for me, I want it to be open and warm. Maybe you want to feel grounded. What is it like to have a tree in your body? So throughout your day, if you're feeling disembodied, pause. Pause, pause, pause. If you've worked with me, I call it the power of the pause. If you can do one thing in your life, in your days, to become more embodied, when you're feeling disembodied, just pause. Pause and breathe. And connect to an image. How do I want to feel right now? Connect to an image. It can be, I kind of chose a lot of nature things. It could be anything. It could be a glass of champagne. What does it feel like? If you want to be more bubbly, more open, more friendly, how does it feel to have champagne in your chest? Feel just the champagne bubbles in your chest. Ooh, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Emma. The champagne is making me feel something, right? Or a cup of coffee, right? So those are images. We can also play around this with words. What did I say? The subconscious responds to the words and images we give it. I was looking at my notes. Yes, so I said implement power of the pause. So an exercise I often do with my clients is this. So let's say you're feeling disembodied throughout the day. Pause, power of the pause, and simply ask yourself, how do I want to feel? So we were just doing images. Now let's do words. How do I want to feel? I want to feel confident. Okay. How do I know when I'm feeling confident? Ask yourself that. So what do I want to feel? For example, confident. How do I know when I'm feeling confident? Okay, well, my shoulders tend to be down, tend to breathe really easily, maybe slowly. Or maybe it's the opposite for you. Maybe I'm louder and I'm excited, right? What does confidence mean for you? And you can even go back to a moment of your past in your life. Maybe there was a moment years ago where you're like, what, in that day, I was feeling myself. I was feeling so confident. Go activate that memory and grab that memory and put it into your body again. So you can literally say, I invite confidence into my body. So before we're using specific centers, put it anywhere. Maybe you want confidence in your chest. Maybe you want confidence in your hands. Maybe you want confidence just in your face. Maybe you want confidence in your feet, right? I invite confidence into my body. And it's going to be different for everybody. What does confidence feel like for you? What are the sensations? Take your time with it. Really feel the word, the sensations land in your body. Yeah? Embodiment, mind-body connection. So we have images, we have words. So how do I want to feel? How do I know when I'm feeling this? And then call it in, activate it, try it on. So when we want to be more embodied, we have to change our energetic state, right? So when we're feeling disembodied, we're feeling disconnected. So a great thing to do is also when you have the power of the pause, get up and shake it off. Literally shake, and choose again. Every moment of every day, we have the power to pause, shake it off, and choose again. How do I want to feel? How do I know when I'm feeling this? Call it in. I'm going to repeat it because repetition is the language of belief. So we have images, we have words. And also, again, the power of our self-talk. So when you're listening to hypnosis and, a phrase I'm giving you is really resonating, let's keep it simple. Maybe one particular phrase makes you feel really embodied when you're listening. Take that one phrase, just that one phrase that's really making you feel something, and just go back to that one phrase all throughout your day. So what I often do with my clients is choose a specific action that you're going to do multiple times a day. Maybe every time you drink water, maybe every time you go to the bathroom, every time you get in your car, every time you look in the mirror, walk through a doorway, repeat that phrase. Repeat that one phrase that really makes you feel embodied. You're redirecting your mind to come back to that. And remember that feeling you had when you're in hypnosis, and you're going to feel embodied again. Also speaking it in the positive present tense, those I am statements, because your subconscious only works in the positive present tense. So always in the I am statements. So we like simple. So also, a lot of people say for embodiment, you want to act as if. Act as if that future you know, if you're calling in something and you want to embody success or embody confidence or embody having that partner or that house or that job or whatever, you know, act as if that future version of you. And yes, I completely agree. Like I said, acting, be the main character of your life. So yes, it's like, how would future me be? But knowing that you actually have to be it right now and feel it right now. Because it's so often, you know, I was just looking at my notes, I don't want to forget anything. It's so often we think we'll be happy when, right? Once I get the thing, I'll be happy. Once I get this success, once I get the money, once I get the job, once I get the partner, once I get the house, I'll feel happy. I'll feel calm, I'll feel confident, I'll feel insert whatever. And it's the opposite, right? We have to actually feel it now, be it now, and then that's gonna come through. So be in that joy, that happiness, that peace, that certainty of the thing that's happening, be in it now, embody that now. So yes, it's acting as if, right? But really, no matter what, we wanna change your feeling state. That's the main thing. Our subconscious is our feeling mind, our emotional mind. So we want to change our feeling state always, always, always. So just asking yourself, how do I want to feel? I had one more game for you to try. I was like, I don't want to forget it. So how do I want to feel? Activate the feeling now, and then the feeling will come. Okay, one last little game I want you to do is, again, this was something that we used to do in different workshops, acting workshops I used to do. And to kind of step into your higher artistic self, that version of you that is brave and doesn't judge yourself, right? And just goes for it and trusts yourself and tries and believes in yourself. And we can activate that. So something we used to do is what we call crossing the threshold. So we would literally like take a moment and put a line on the floor. And on the other side of that line was our highest artistic selves. And, you know, we would really see this version of ourselves, visualize it, imagine it, feel it, and even like cross our hand into that energy, into that atmosphere over there, or even put our face in. So there was like a line on the floor. Over here, I'm my everyday self. On the other side, I'm my higher artistic self. So I do this in my everyday life for being the best version if I want to be, as my best, you know, healer self, my best hypnotherapist self, my best Emma, right? And so I do this when I get out of bed and I cross the threshold. So once I step over this invisible line, now I am my highest self. Now I am the best version of myself in this moment, right? So in any moment we can, again, it's another way to change our energy, right? So if you're feeling disembodied, take a moment, take a beat, stand up, put an invisible line on the floor, and imagine on the other side of that line is your best version of self, your most embodied, your most, you know, highest energy and feelings and embodiment. And I like to jump sometimes, literally jump over, cross the threshold, and just be in that energy, in that atmosphere of you in your highest self, your best self, your most embodied, energized self. Yeah. I'm mindful of time because I like to keep these under 15 minutes. But those are just some ideas, games, ways to play with embodiment. After a hypnosis session, you know, I believe, yes, let's like be in that, like the hypnosis, the meditation, be in that. And that anytime throughout the day, all we have to do is pause and choose again. Get into a different energetic state, play with your images, play with the words, and put them in your body. Put them in your body. Images, energy, words. Yeah? Okay. Thank you for this dilemma submission. This was a fun one. Any questions, anytime, feel free to reach out. All the information is down below. I will see you next time for Tell Emma Your Dilemma. Mwah.